to the Road to Making Bank podcast, episode number 10. We made it, Luca. We made it to 10.
We've done it. We're halfway there. Halfway to our goal.
It's incredible. I wonder how many podcasts drop off before the 10 mark. You're saying most drop off before 20, right? Or...
Well, apparently to be in the top 1%, you have to have made 20 podcasts, episodes.
Top 1%, right, yeah. So maybe if you're like in the top 10% or something, you've made 10 or something, yeah?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. I'm not really sure what the stats are, but yeah, just from other podcasters, I've heard that apparently that's the stat. Whether that's still the current statistics or not, I'm not sure, but last I heard it was if you make 20 podcast episodes, you're in the top 1%.
Yep. Yeah, right.
So
we're halfway there, mate. That's it. How are you going?
Pretty good.
Good
Doing
week?
pretty well, yeah. It's been this week went quick. It's gone very quick. Yeah, a little bit of work, a little bit of play. It's been fun.
Get some days working?
Yeah, picking up. It's getting busier. Spring is here. We're in the second day of spring, so it's pretty nice. We've had a nice day here in Melbourne, so hopefully it's a sign of good things to come. Winter wasn't too bad either, so I'm not disappointed by how this year's gone so far. Yep.
So it wasn't too cold, hey, the winter?
I mean, there were some cold mornings, but I think overall, comparatively, I think we've had a lot colder winters.
It wasn't like bitterly icy cold.
No, I mean, you know what? It was cold, but it wasn't the like super high winds and cold rain at the same time, which we usually get in Melbourne.
Yeah, especially in St Kilda off the ocean. So
yeah,
that's good.
It's been pretty good. How have you been?
Cool, man. If anyone doesn't... Hey, yeah, I was just going to say, if anyone doesn't realise or doesn't know, Luca is an arborist. So, yeah, how am I going? I'm going all right. Yeah, I've had a decent week. Not the best week. Kind of focus has been a little bit wishy-washy, but I've come good trying to balance some projects and stuff that I need to get done. So I've kind of reorganized some things, digitally reorganized things on all my platforms and that. So it's been all right. I watched the Boomers lost last night, the Australian basketball team. So that was shit. I was looking forward to them having a good World Cup. And yeah, man.
That makes one of us.
Yeah. So it's like the Australian basketball team is literally the only sport I follow now. So, I gave them my attention, and they tried. It's a bunch of reasons why they didn't do well, I think, but
did they try or did they turn up?
They turned up. It's it's actually like a really strong side. So I think the rotations, like the substitutions and that, was really hard because they actually have like a lot of talent, but they just didn't really gel enough. But anyway,
too many superstars.
Man. Yeah, kind of. Like the whole team is like NBA players now. So well, 90% of them.
What, like ex-NBA?
Oh, like current NBA players, yeah.
Oh, right.
I think only like Nick Kay plays in Japan. Dante Exum he's playing in the NBA next year. But the rest, like Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, Josh Green, they're all NBA players. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Quality's improved.
It's, the World Championships, it's called the World Cup now. It's not as important as the Olympics in my eyes. The Olympics is like the big kahuna, so that's we're still good for that. I think it's next year. So yeah, cool. All right, man, let's get into it. Episode number 10, 10th anniversary. So can you share any recent observations relating to business and entrepreneurship and the approach to it since our last chat, or do you have any topics you want to talk about?
At the moment, I think what's on my mind is the business that I was looking to buy, the secondhand bookstore. Everyone that I've spoken to has given me their opinions and have made suggestions that it's a little too expensive. And having no experience of buying businesses, I guess I am finding it difficult finding it difficult to ignore the advice of people who already have businesses. So, yeah, I think it might be the end of a dream. This one.
Yeah, it's kind of idealistic, maybe. Is that what you're thinking?
I think it was a good idea, and I really enjoyed the idea of owning a secondhand bookstore, and maybe it's something that I could do down the line. Yeah, there's been a lot of recommendations of people saying start a business in an industry that you know something about, which is difficult at the moment because starting a tree company is not necessarily something that I want to do.
Yeah. But
it's really the only industry that I know anything about. But even then, it's I know something about climbing trees, but I don't really know anything about running a tree company.
Yeah, I mean, you could do your video course, right, that you wanted to do?
Well, yeah, I actually met a guy at dinner the other night who builds online courses for schools. That is his business. That's what his business does. I think he said he had the business for about 30 years or something. So, yeah, might...
That's right. I think you talked about him a little bit last week. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's... If there is something I can contribute to the tree industry, maybe that'll be it. It's certainly something that I'd be more passionate about doing. And I guess it's a location independent sort of form of income. Just making the recordings, creating the online course, and then putting it out there for anyone to use. Nationally or internationally. So yeah, and I guess the skills are similar to anywhere in the world. The only difference would be the types of trees that they have, but the model and the ideas that I have really aren't specific to just tree work. So yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, it sounds cool, man. I think bookstore, it's I think, lots of people have a dream of owning a bookstore. I think I have, music store, bookstore. It'd be awesome. Yeah, with your video course though, I like it because it'll be low overhead to start up. All you need is really a camera or a microphone, and then just finding a platform to put it on. And I think that's the most kind of attractive thing, with a digitally based business and a location independent business, and low startup cost. Hey.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it would cost to have the online course created, especially because I think there was an intention of maybe creating not just the videos of I don't know if you want to call it live action of me actually teaching or performing the activity, but then also illustrations, like movie illustrations or cartoon illustrations, or of a replay. Because I suppose to make it relevant for many different types of people, you've got many, people learn in different ways. Some visually, some audio, some prefer to read. So I think having like multiple ways or multiple options for people to choose from might be a better way of doing it. And
yeah, I mean, you could lay it out and then just outsource that kind of work. Like, I don't know what I learned in setting up a video course in Kartra, or like learning how to do it, is it's pretty like, it's kind of straightforward, I guess. Like you upload the videos and you can attach a PDF file if you want. If you need to, like a written PDF for like people doing knots or whatever, and then just a quick video edit. You could get someone on Fiverr to do like an animation, pay them $50 or something, and then or whatever it is. I can't see it costing too much. I mean, actually paying someone to put the course together would probably cost the most if you didn't want to do it yourself. But still, like, better than buying a truck, right? If you want to start a arborist business.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the moment you've got the machinery, so you've got trucks, chippers, chainsaws, whatnot, and then you've got, obviously you need labourers, you need climbers, you need workers, you need someone to be quoting the jobs. So yeah, there's a lot involved.
Chipper, yeah.
Lots of moving parts, and the maintenance is pretty significant, considering, I guess all the machinery is doing pretty hard work every day. Trying to look for quality stuff at a reasonable price can be a fair bit of work in itself. But yeah, I mean, starting out small, you can just start out with some pretty basic stuff. But yeah, for a lot of the guys that I know doing the work, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of hours involved.
If you're starting the business, like if you own all the equipment and you're hiring people and stuff.
Well, yes, starting out, but I don't know. I think I guess a lot of the companies that I know, a lot of the business owners are on the tools and then doing the, paperwork as well. So
I see. So they're actually on the tools.
Yeah, well, a lot of the guys that I work for, they're on the tools, and then they've usually got someone doing the bookwork for them, but they're always doing the quotes as well. So they'll be on the jobs and then they'll be doing the quotes. And it's hard it's hard to give someone a full-time job quoting. To earn a reasonable income, unless you hired someone pretty young and then just got them, taught them how to quote, and just got them out doing it. Yeah.
So you think like profits aren't huge for business owners at the moment in the arborist industry?
No, I think they are. I think they're reasonable, but yeah, once again, I'm not sure what they're making compared to the overheads that they have. I think there's certainly money to be made in the industry.
Like revenue, but like after expenses.
Yeah, I mean...
the expenses cut in a lot, hey? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard for me to say because I really don't have a... I think I've just kind of always shied away from quoting and looking at what machinery and everything is worth and what it costs to maintain. Just because I think I've actively wanted to stay away from starting a business, starting a tree company.
Yeah. Well, what just popped into my head just before, say if there's say there's a recession, which is highly probable, and people are cutting back. I mean, you know, maybe one of the first things they cut back on is paying someone to cut their trees or whatever, and they think, well, I can do this myself. I just need to figure out how to climb, and buy a chainsaw and stuff. And they look for video courses online, and
Yep.
and then your name pops up, you know, because you've put in the work to make a course, and your search engine optimization, you come up at the top of the search results, and Bob's your uncle. You're making bank.
It's a good idea. On the flip side, you know, people have a lot of what's the word? So there's people out there that are already have misguided confidence. I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
About cutting branches down and stuff.
Trees, I mean, cutting trees, like people doing it themselves, not really having any clue of what they're doing. And, you know, I guess creating or damaging a lot of property.
And also maybe hurting themselves, right?
And hurting themselves. So, I mean, even with creating an online course, you would have to be pretty diligent in separating the beginner, intermediate, advanced courses, and probably having a you know, like a prerequisite for entering each next stage. Like, you have to have completed this, you have to have completed this, you know, so you complete all the classes and do them competently, because at the end of the day, I guess my idea would be that you would have someone complete the task and then have them record it, and then you would watch the recordings and then you know, mark them as competent or not. I guess I would disclose or have a disclaimer that the course doesn't provide any. You might get a certification saying that you've completed the course, but I would not say that the course would be recognized by any sort of.
Yeah, there won't be accreditation.
Yeah, there's no like official accreditation. You'd probably just receive a certificate saying that you've completed the course, but no accreditation for it. So this would be purely for people who want the knowledge, not the certificate.
Yeah. And is there like, how would you like approach accreditation anyway? Is there like a industry body?
There are.
Arborist Association?
There are, but I guess from my perspective, there's schools out there that are teaching students with the interest in mind of giving them the knowledge as well as the accreditation, and then there's companies out there that are trying to just get them accredited as quickly as possible for the sake of getting themselves the ticket.
Companies are giving out accreditation as well, did you say?
They're not giving them out, but they, you know, I guess it's the, you know, would you get your license out of a cereal box kind of thing. It's
so like how are they getting them though?
I mean, they're going through they're going through the processes, but whether they're competent or not, you know, might be a bit iffy.
Okay, so it's a bit lax, the
yeah, I mean, from what I've heard,
or whatever.
There's people, I don't know how long ago or if this is still the case, but saying that people are getting ticked off for like advanced climbing and, you know, didn't climb a tree kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, it's just like a, yeah. So I don't know how exactly it's working because I'm not in there. I haven't been to any of those classes or done the courses, so I really can't say, I really can't comment, but that's just what I've heard from a few different people. So yeah, I guess my idea would be that this is something that is the opposite, where it's just content providing knowledge but no accreditation at all. And I guess that would stop people from doing the course and then going out and trying to start a business or trying to start something unofficially, and trying to make an income from it. Because I would say even if you do the course, you would still be required to go and get the accreditation.
Yeah, it could be like seen as more of an introductory sort of course, perhaps.
Yeah, and there's people out there who may want to just get into the tree industry and start, maybe start with labouring or have a go at, seeing what it's all about. And at least if they do this course, they can sort of be up to speed, because if you've got guys who are completely green or new to the industry, you could just throw the course at them, get them to complete the course, and then they have at least a basic understanding of skills.
Yeah, or they even might think, shit, maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at least they can, cut a branch down in their backyard if they need to. But I'm not going to work in this industry. It just might be for the average Joe who wants to do a little bit of work in the backyard. And once again, it's sort of it's difficult because you don't really want to give people like an empty confidence that they're going to go out and start, they've completed the course and now they're going to go out and start dropping trees left, right and centre. So yeah, it's a bit of a fine line. I guess just starting with the basics for people, and then I don't know, see how the course goes. If there's an interest, you can make it more advanced, and then have people who have a better knowledge or understanding of specific things, get them in to teach, things that they're best at. So you might have, professional forestry fellas teaching the felling side of things, or giving just tips and tricks. You might have, world-class climbers talking about tips and tricks that they have. So I'm, try and get like a bit of insight.
Yeah.
Into how everything works and people's experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, one thing my teacher did really well. She was a world-class climber, but while I was at TAFE, she got world-class climbers in to teach us, climbing, and got, a guy with decades worth of experience felling trees to teach us felling. Yep. So I think that if there's, because I guess from my perspective, creating a course, people will be like, oh, well, why is this guy doing it? He's nobody knows him. And my thing would be, well, I don't really need to be the best at everything, but if I can find people who are willing to share their tips and advice, who are the best, then, that's as good as anything else. I could just be the person
for the
putting it together.
For the consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just Googled how to cut a tree branch Skillshare, and Skillshare didn't come up, but you got a video beginner guide to cutting a tree, 108,000 views. How to cut a high tree branch, 84,000 views. My favorite way to cut a tree, 67,000. It's a bit of interest.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly some forestry and arborist videos out there that are in the millions of views. So it's
right.
it can be pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, I'd be looking up that if I was keen to cut my own trees.
Yeah, so I think the videos will be pretty cool. I think I'm just finding it difficult to know where to start. And I guess it's just starting with the basics, but just actually dedicating some time to doing it.
Yeah, just making that decision, I guess. Are you still in contact with the guy that's looking at selling his bookstore?
Yes, but I haven't spoken to him recently.
Yeah, okay. Has he advertised it?
He said that it was going to be advertised, it would be advertised on a market.
Yeah.
Just because it has to be.
You could just wait, see what he's asking, see what the offers are, and just, give him a lower price, offer a lower price. But,
yeah, well, I mean, it's one of those things, he spent, I think, close to 50 years in this business, and I think he was trying to get sort of an amount to justify his time in the industry, which is fair enough, and I'd be happy for him if he got it, but yeah, I just don't think that I'll be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, cool, man. See how it goes.
Yeah, so I guess it's just going to be more of a wait and see.
Yep. Cool, bro. Did you get the Alex Hormozi book, $100 Million Offers?
It's on its way.
On its way, hey?
On its way. Yeah, I got 3 of them.
You ready to read that in a week?
Got 3 of them.
Oh, you mean $100 million leads or offers? Oh, you got 3 the offers.
Yeah, I got leads. Yeah, I got 3 of the leads.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I did get the offers.
That was so we had a bit of a bet last week that Luca would get this $100 million offers by Alex Hormozi and read it in a week. And if you read it in a day, I would buy something for the audience. So you didn't? Did you buy it or you didn't?
I'm pretty sure I did. Hang on. I'll have a look. Well, do you have any thoughts or perspectives on what's going on? Any new?
Yeah. So I was going to mention. So I've been using this product called Instantly. I've signed up the last week. So it's a cold email sort of management platform, cold email outreach, because I'm looking to offer digital marketing services and find some clients. So yeah, it's actually quite a bit of a process, the whole cold email outreach thing, and there's a lot of steps to it and a lot of things you have to do you wouldn't realize. So so this Instantly platform I can recommend so far. I haven't sent any campaigns out yet, but the one thing that it does really well is you can add unlimited email accounts to it, and there's free warm-up. So email warm-up is a process where people are sending, it's automated. Their company will send emails and receive emails from your address to get like a good history with the servers. I think is how it works. So yeah, you pretty much need to warm the email up by doing this process of sending emails back and forth to so when you do cold outreach emails to B2B, so business to business, these emails will land in your inbox close to 100% of the time, whereas if you don't do the warm-up process, they might land in spam like half the time or whatever. So it's quite an important process, and this company seems to be the real deal. Super user friendly. Kind of reminds me of Buzzsprout. So Buzzsprout, which our podcast hosted on, is super user-friendly platform. And yeah, so it kind of reminds me of that. And I was going to mention, as I'm going through their kind of their free online training, they have a section on offers. So oh, sorry man, there's heaps of noise coming through. And yeah. So they've come up with this spreadsheet, which is the Instantly.ai cold emails offer niche cheat sheet. So it's kind of like, they have a lot of data from the best kind of offers to give that work for businesses offering services to another business in a cold outreach way, and what's likely to get the best response. So, yeah, and I thought of you because you wanted to do sales, and commission-only sales seem to be the best rated offer to give via cold email at 15. So, yeah, our lead gen agency was at 12, rated at 12. So commission-only sales rated the highest at 15. Something like web development rated lowest at web design at 2, web development at 1, Facebook ads agency 7, influencer marketing 11, e-com email marketing at 8, automation for agencies 12. So yeah, I find it really interesting. So pretty much, if a business is considering an offer, they're going to, want the least money, pay the least money up front, the least hassle, and the quickest integration. So yeah, thought that was interesting. I guess what I'm doing is kind of like a lead gen agency. I guess it's more like a conversion process where I'm offering like to build sales websites. But yeah, so commission only sales, man. So if you wanted to do it, you could potentially reach out by cold email and it might work, and you could work on selling yourself through sales, doing a good sales email.
I like it. Just have to what else can we sell? Maybe premium yachts.
Well, reach out to premium yacht companies, man. Just yeah. Think of your sales pitch.
Yeah. I'll look into it. You got to sell high tickets. It's high ticket sales. The way to go.
Premium yachts, McLarens. What are you going to target?
I mean, I like yachts.
You're a nautical dude these days, aren't you?
I'm a bit of a nautical dude. Maybe planes.
What about oh yeah, well, I was thinking yachts, like big yachts, but what you've been doing is called a yacht, right? Or is it a sailboat?
I guess technically it's a yacht. Well, it is both. I'm not sure which is the more appropriate term, but I suppose it's both.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So I did check 11th of September.
Oh, the book?
Book's
the book arrival?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, man. You going to do it in a week or a day?
Look, I'm certainly going to try for a day. Try and get our audience something for free out of you. I'm not sure what that can be. Maybe you can choose a book of your choice that you think the audience could benefit from.
Yeah. If anyone, if Luca does it in a day, and just anyone can reach out. If if anyone's watching.
What are the top 3 books that you think would be good for people looking to start a business or want to start the journey of entrepreneurship that you've read so far?
I don't think I've really read that many on entrepreneurship, if any. I probably recommend to learn about economics first, and the financial system and investing, and then personal finance, and then go into entrepreneurship, which is kind of like, maybe Rich Dad Poor Dad then, which I have read, yeah. That's a good starting point for sure. Yeah, well, there you go. If Luca reads it in a day, I'll buy someone Rich Dad Poor Dad, which happens to be a cheap book as well. Because I bought that for you actually, Lucas. So I'll do it for the audience.
Nice, I like it. All right, well, there you go. We'll aim for a day. Maybe I can time lapse me reading the book just to prove that I've read it in a day.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, man, you were talking about doing a social media post. Maybe you can time lapse that, put it out in a quick Instagram reel or something, huh?
Maybe I can sit on the rooftop and film the sun coming up and then going down. Me just sitting and reading the book.
That's it, man. That's St. Kilda sunset on the roof. Get
Love
those
it.
palm trees in the background, Luna Park, McDonald's. It'll be a hit.
Love it.
Cool, bro. I think next week I'll talk about the concept of digital transformation, which is, I haven't done enough research on it to be honest, but next week we'll bookmark that. So digital transformation personally and in like a business sense, where businesses kind of undergo this, reevaluation of, their kind of their tools, their marketing tools or whatever, and just generally, adjusting to a changing world. But we'll do that next week. Have you made any progress in current courses you were part of, or have you joined any new courses?
No new courses at the moment. Got another course with Aaron Sansoni coming up in November. But that was already pre-organized, so just waiting for the dates for that.
Right. Which one's that?
It's the Empire Mastery course. So
it's like a different one from the one you did with him, or is it like an extension?
Yeah, so I did the Deal Mastery course, which is learning how to make deals for buying businesses no money down. Yep. And then the Empire Mastery is learning how to buy businesses that sort of, I guess, tie into each other, creating, I guess, an ecosystem, if you want to call it that. So, maybe you own a laundry business, maybe you own a laundry detergent business, maybe you own a cleaning business.
And then you buy a hotel and then you can use your cleaning business to clean the hotel here.
There you go. That's the course summed up.
That's cool.
But that should be interesting. But that's a couple of months away. At the moment, it would just be, I think priority now would just be go back and try and complete the courses from the alexhormozi website. And I guess there's just so much free content that he puts out that it's hard to sort of, it's hard to justify buying courses at the moment since I've discovered him, just because he's putting everything out for free. He's kind of, and I think he's also, I don't know, I found that a lot of entrepreneurs that I'm following are kind of dropping their prices and doing different things. I'm not saying that it's necessarily associated with him, but it just seems to be, since he's made it
he's changing the industry, isn't he?
Yeah, he's kind of like, I guess, made a pretty big splash, if you want to say that. And
man, even you know, in that company instantly, I was talking about the email company. In their like training office section, he just straight up said, "Get Alex Hormozi's book, $100 million offers." Just recommend you read that and do that, and then continue reading in this course. So
it's everyone's kind of pushing his content, and I think the people that are providing their own content are kind of teaching the same things, just sort of repackaged in a different way that suits their personality and suits their own audience. But because his is free and theirs might be a couple of $1,000s, I don't know, people might just be leaning towards learning things for free or for super cheap. I mean, his books on Kindle, I think, are free. So if you have that, if you have that platform available, you can just get all that content for free. Now you get a lot of people saying, people aren't paying, then they're not paying attention, which I guess is relevant at some point. And some people prefer to have someone there to kind of keep them accountable, and I can relate to that for certain things. I think for things like reading a book or trying to get through a course, I reckon for free, it's a pretty good option. Especially if you're hungry for the content, I think it's a pretty good way to go.
Yeah, for sure, man. What is he offering mainly? Because I know of $100 million offers and $100 million leads, but I don't know what else he has. Is there anything else?
I think he's just got a lot of video content that he puts out, just giving tips, tricks, answering questions.
His YouTube channel?
Yeah, his YouTube channel. He's got an Instagram channel. I think he's got
I was
a couple
thinking more like
TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, so
not
exactly like just website. Courses on his website.
Yeah, like I'm on his website now, and it's got courses. It's got offers course and it's got leads course. So you've got offers course, and it's got picking markets, charge its worth, the value equation, offer creation part 1, offer creation part 2, bonuses, guarantees, scarcity and urgency, naming products.
Yep, so he's got those two main courses as his kind of flagship sort of thing. But yeah, like his YouTube content's also hugely educational, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's got for his leads course, it's problem and definition, lead magnet mastery, first 5 clients framework, Mozy Media content method, part 1, part 2, cold outreach playbook, played ads playbook 1 and 2, more better new referral playbook, employees, agencies, affiliate playbook, open to goal, $0 to $100 million scaling roadmap recap.
Yep.
So yeah,
I remember all that from his event.
Yeah, and then I guess he's got those categories are also in book form, so you can get those as books as well. So yeah,
I think I think the course is actually different from the book. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
So I'm super keen to do them as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Doing both of them and reading both books. I've listened to quite a bit of the audio book, but I want to get the physical and read it properly as well. And he also mentions in the audio book that for him, maybe not everyone it works, but listening to the audio book and reading the book at the same time, apparently, it triggers more things to enhance, like memory retention if you read it and listen to it at the same time. So I've never done that before. Have you done that?
No, I have never done that, but I would like to. I think that probably makes sense.
Yeah, it could be full on. You probably you need to really put some effort into concentrating, I'd say. Not
I suppose
you can
it's
always pause
also
it.
relevant to your, because I suppose you would have to read the actual words at the same pace that they're being spoken. Is that right? I'm not sure how that would really work from a like a neurological perspective. Like, does it matter if
because you'd
you're
have to
not
read probably you'd have to read maybe faster than to what you usually read. Hey,
well, yeah, it depends on the individual. I guess the question is, does it matter? And if it does matter, then it might not be as helpful for some as it is for others.
Yeah. But if he's right about if it's going to help you absorb the material better, may as well try it, hey? See if it works for you.
I mean, look, if I'm not sure if the audiobook's free or not, it might be, but if it is,
it
and
is.
you've got the...
It's on
well, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah, if you've got the audiobook for free and you've got the book, then can't hurt to try.
Yeah, it's on Apple Podcasts anyway, so you put it up there for free. So yeah, I'm keen to do it.
That's what it's all about, providing value first, right?
Yep, absolutely, man. He's helping a lot of people. I like him. He's
and for people out there who think, oh yeah, well, if I'm listening to alexhormozi for free, then everyone else is, so we've all got the same idea. But strangely enough, I know a fair few people that are sort of in the entrepreneurial space that have never heard of him. So you still have a leg up from some people if you are interested in doing that. And I'd say probably majority of the average person probably hasn't heard of him. So you'd have to really kind of do your research to, be active in keeping up with what's going on to have heard of him, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I only heard of him pretty much a bit before that event because of you and a couple of other things that I've seen of him. But he's killing it at the moment.
And it is kind of strange. Like, he's got 1 million followers on Instagram, but it's funny how you mention someone who you follow or someone's content that you consume, and you think that they're super popular because they take up so much space in your mind, in your world.
Yeah.
But then you mention it to someone else and they're like, who's that?
Most people have never heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, I was also thinking, like, and with his teachings as well, it's like it's really entrepreneurial because he's not telling you like what good a service to provide. He's just giving you the tools to work it out and how to sell it, sort of thing. Like, seems to me, and that's just it can really benefit everyone. It's not really specific. He's not just saying for certain industry or whatever. Although the gym industry is his background, it's like.
Well, yeah, I suppose they're the examples that he uses because that's what he's familiar with. But I mean, yeah, the first in the course, the first section is picking markets. So it's whatever is going to be. He does talk a lot about markets. Picking the right market of what's hot at the moment,
like an industry niche sort of
thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people were successful simply because they were in the right market at the right time. Not because they did anything extra. And I guess there's a couple of videos of him talking about examples of that.
Yep. So you've started the course, yeah?
Yeah, started it.
Yeah, nice. Cool, man. What do we got? Are you currently working on a business? How's the progress, or do you have any new business ideas you'd like to discuss? I guess we discussed your video course idea, but do you have anything else?
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, we were talking about the online secondhand bookstore. I was listening to ABC radio while I was driving. They were talking about the return of libraries, and how
like physical.
Physical libraries, and they took statistics from
I've
Victoria.
always believed in them.
Apparently in Victoria there's been 100% increase of people attending libraries.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, apparently people are doing different things. So not just are they selling, or allowing you to borrow books, but there's also, they've got toy libraries, they've got seed banks where you can come and buy seeds like tomato seeds and vegetable fruit seeds from the library, take them, grow them, and then bring some back. I think that's how it works.
Yeah. So this is it's not at the like a book library. It's
No, it's a book library. They're just offering different services.
Cool.
They're talking about how libraries provide a space for people to come and use the internet, search for jobs.
Yeah.
Kind of access things for free. And I think they're sort of a lot of people have relied on them, really benefited from the other services as well as just the book lending side of things. So I guess the idea would be, looking at your business, what else can you offer outside of just what you do? How much more value can you provide, and to, I guess, make you stand out from the rest? So that's something interesting to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, adapting, offering more, I guess. But that the library thing's interesting though, isn't it? It's like maybe people craving that kind of, getting out of the house, kind of being amongst people, even like what we talked about a couple of episodes ago, social facilitation.
That was a big one as well that they mentioned, people spending a lot of time working from home, and they prefer, rather than working from home, you might go to a share space or a co-working space. I spoke to a lady the other day, and she said that she works from home, and I said, do you like working from home? She's like, I don't actually work from home, I work from a cafe. I just go to the same cafe every day and just do work from there, and then if I have any video calls, I take them at home in the afternoon. So I
did that today. Actually, I went to a cafe.
I guess that whole people prefer accessibility than ownership in this new, I guess, the next coming decades. It would be all about accessibility. What can you have access to?
Yeah, man, which might work for my subscription library idea. Remember, I put that on the back burner, but that's when I have a bit more capital down the line, hopefully. But it's cool. When we went to the State Library of Victoria, right, it was pretty packed, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was packed. I mean, a great example of access without ownership is the e-scooters all around the cities, in Melbourne anyway. People use them all the time. You see them like buzzing around on those scooters. They just pay for it, jump on, ride around, get off, go do what they're doing.
It's just kind of like a rental business, I guess. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
you just don't want the government getting into that business.
Yeah, that's the other
then
thing.
You will own nothing, and more likely than not, be unhappy.
Another great one was, it was chatting to a guy from the men's shed today, and they've got allow people.
Port Phillip Men's Shed.
Port Phillip Men's Shed, that's the one. They were.
Wow, I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, they were selling some homemade stuff down at the South Melbourne market, and yeah, it was pretty. They've got, you know, access to machinery and all types of tools for people who don't have the space for it, and especially, I guess, you know, being a lot of apartments and whatnot around the area, it's a great space for people to go and just borrow tools, build.
They had
a
space at South Melbourne market. Did you say?
No, they had a stall set up, but in their actual building, they have the facilities to host people
just
who
plug in
want
the
to come.
space sort of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess there's more and more of that. And I guess especially as more people come into bigger cities and we start building up instead of out, there's only going to be less and less room for people to own things in their apartments and probably just be happy to borrow things as they need them.
Yeah, pretty much rental businesses, I guess. And, you know, and that relates to your business idea, the Aster Grass. Possibly renting out like rehabilitation fitness equipment. Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I got my Nord stick today
What's that?
picked it up from the post office. It's what are they called? Nordic. I forgot what they're called now.
Is it related to the Aster Grass?
Yeah. They're kind of like Nordic curls. They're kind of, okay, so Nordic curl, which is basically, imagine if you're doing a hamstring curl with a weight, except instead of lifting your feet up while you lay down, you're actually have your imagine that you're on your knees and someone's holding your ankles down to the ground, and then you slowly lean forward with your body and lean forward all the way till your chest touches the ground.
Right.
Does that make sense?
I lost concentration in a bit of that. I was going to say, but yeah, it's. Can you say that again quickly?
Okay, so imagine you're doing a sit-up. You're laying on your back. Now, roll over onto your stomach. Get on your knees. And now you're just leaning forward until your chest touches the ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Yep. So,
and your ankles are obviously under a pressure so that they don't come off the ground. Yeah,
so you've bought some weights to hold your ankle down.
Yeah, so much. It's basically this strap. There's a strap that goes under your door, and then there's sort of like these rubber bands that go over the top of your ankles. So that it's basically the weight of the door or the leverage of the door holding your legs down, and then you just lean forward as slowly as you can.
Ooh. Yeah, right.
So yeah, those Nordic curls are really good.
Sounds hard.
It is hard. It is
like
hard.
Hard exercise. It'd be like planking or something, yeah.
It's kind of like planking, except you don't hold the pose. You just keep going. You just go as slow as you can. The whole idea is to try and be in control the whole way down. But yeah, you get to a certain point, depending on the strength of your hamstrings, you get to a certain point and then your body just falls forward. So it's just trying to keep doing that until you're in complete control. Super difficult,
nice.
But feels really hard to do. Really, it takes a big workout on the legs, but feels really good after a few. Like once you start seeing a bit of progress, it's really good. But yeah, I guess the whole point of that was, I've pretty much got a lot of the setup now. So I'm going to start doing exercises from home and see how they change. Because now I've got a portable setup, so even if I'm traveling for work, I can kind of do all the exercises that I need to do.
Sounds good, man. Yeah. Keep it up. Is
Yeah.
your knee like 100%, or is it close to, like getting up there?
It's not 100%. I don't know if it ever will be, but it's my range of motion has increased by 100%, I would say.
Nice.
And yeah, I can do a lot more now than I was. From
Nice.
going from, like, I remember going to I think it was your going away party maybe. When you left for Perth.
Like at Fitzroy Gardens.
Yeah.
I mean, Edinburgh Gardens. Yeah.
Edinburgh Gardens. And I remember sitting in the car on the way there, and I was in so much pain. Like, could not wait to get out of the car. Like, I almost wanted to just see if we could pull over and just take a break. Because I was in that much pain.
Saying something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, so going from that to being able to pull a sled with 100 kilos on it for 10 minutes, that's gone from 0 to 100 pretty much.
There you go.
Literally.
Anyone with knee problems, ATG, yeah, ass to grass. Is that what it's called?
ATG program, or knees over toes guy. Yeah, check it out on Instagram. It's got an Instagram page. I think it's on YouTube as well. And then they've also got their own app, which is called I think it's called ATG training program. You can sign up to it. They've got all different exercises, different protocols for different targets or different programs for depending on what you want to achieve. And then you can film yourself doing the exercises, and they've got coaches online who will give you feedback as soon as possible. Because I'm in Australia, I think they're in the US, so I usually get feedback within 24 hours.
Yeah, nice, man.
Yeah, so
into it.
I always get feedback before my next session anyway, so it's good.
Cool, man. Speaking of fitness and that, man, like I've lost all the love handles. Like, my body looks completely different now I'm in Thailand. Just pretty much strictly eating Thai food. It's
You'd just be sweating every day anyway over there, wouldn't you?
Can actually see, sweat more. Can actually see muscles, on my body that I didn't know were there before.
Nice.
That's cool. You doing cardio?
No cardio.
You doing any of that stuff? No cardio.
No cardio. I guess the only
Walks?
cardio I could do really is swimming.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little paranoid about skipping. A little paranoid about running. So swimming's the only thing I could really do, and it's still.
You been going out of dips?
Yeah, it's still cold. It's still cold in the water here in Melbourne, so.
Yeah, you're not doing ocean swimming much.
I suppose I do have a 5 mil wetsuit, but getting in and out of that thing is, I don't know if it's worth it. I'd rather just wait another week or two, and then it'll probably be all right enough to start swimming again.
That's right. That's your free diving, hey? You got to get into that eventually as well, don't you?
Yeah, well, my mate that I work with, he's back from overseas now, so he's keen to get into it, and his mate's keen to get into it. So I think we're probably maybe mid-September or end of September we might be heading over to give it a go. So looking forward to it.
Nice, man. Cool, bro. Business stuff, yeah. So for myself, I got 7 projects that I've got to keep an eye on. Pretty much building websites, and I've got to do a personal website, one for my anarcho flow kind of international strategy anarcho-capitalist kind of website. Digital marketing. I'm thinking about doing podcast production, but maybe not for now. What else? I got this podcast to do the work for, and I think that's all I'm doing at the moment, man. I actually I started on my Anarcho Flow website, so that's been cool. So I wrote an about section. So this is for the site. It's kind of like, it'll be, like international strategy. It'll be blogs and stuff, a bit of writing, and potentially offering like a bit of a mini course down the line and community. So I've done 2 pages for that. It's not done, but it's like it's a skeleton. It's like, they look okay, but it's not finalized. And so that was cool. Did a bit of writing. That was fun. Yeah. So that could be like my kind of creative outlet, I think, in the future. Now that I'm not really doing music or anything anymore, so that's been cool.
What do you have can you visit the website yet or not?
It's published online, but it's I haven't put a proper domain for it yet. It's just like a Kartra random website address. So no one would find it really. But it's up there, but it's not finished, so not going to push it out. But
if I type it in, you've got a Rumble account, YouTube account.
Oh, so does it come up with that? Yeah, right. Interesting. It doesn't come up with the website. Oh, it's because
doesn't come up
that
with the
word
website.
The word would only be in the about section text. So, it's probably not going to come up.
Yeah,
but
the YouTube and Rumble channels come up.
Yeah, but that'll change when it's finished and you do all the website titles and SEO optimization, I guess.
Having a good avatar makes a difference.
Yeah. I don't know if I really like that one that I put for the YouTube and Rumble, but it's a bit of an oldish photo. It's cool, but I'll probably change it eventually. Yeah. I like the gold kind of background. Color in the background.
Well, you're in the business of gold.
Yes, well, that's another thing I want to cover on the website, actually, and blog about is precious metals. So I thought it fitting.
Nice. So you, one thing I was thinking of, trying to reach this $1 million target is having either a bank balance update or like a visible bank balance, like almost like a countdown timer. I don't know if you could set something like that up, but have like a publicly available bank balance just so that you could have, I guess, the audience watching along to see if it ticks over and how often it ticks over and how much it ticks over by. I think that would be kind of like a cool thing.
Interesting.
To run alongside the podcast.
I got some ideas in my head. Yeah. Oh, well, shit. I forgot about that as well. I'm going to make a general website for this podcast. Yeah, I think it's doable, man. There should be you can do a countdown timer on the software that I use, Kartra. But there'll be something where you could link a integration through this company called Zapier. So you might be able to, like, it'd be easy to just physically update it. Like, you could do it every week or whatever.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to have something in live time.
Yeah. you'd have to I don't know if you could link your bank account, and you wouldn't want that your bank account details go.
Not the details, just the figure.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that could be hard. You don't want to link anything to your bank account.
No, but somehow I just want to link just the number, I guess. I wonder if that's possible.
Yeah. I'll think about it this week. We'll talk about it next podcast.
If there's anyone in the audience listening,
yeah,
and you know how we could set up a transparent figure that representing the account balance of the business, so that people can view it in real time. Obviously, removing all details, it would simply just be the figure. And then, see how quickly we can hit that target.
Some way. I mean, the easiest way to do it is you just update it yourself, or just let me know if we put it on the website. But
yeah, maybe there could just be like
would be cool.
like a daily update.
Yeah, but you know, like there's the US debt clock. I don't know if you've seen that site, but it has, like in real time, it updates the US debt. And it's like these counters, you know, like those digit kind of things that rotate. And I think it's that, yeah. But something like that. And you can see the US debt going up by, you know, trillions every month or so.
Or even
it's
just
a trillion.
Yeah, it would be cool to see maybe if we could get some sort of like a figure and then also some graphs about, you know, like how much was deposited, and just have a graph of showing amounts and frequency.
And
in the month,
happy to
in the year.
You're happy to put that figure out there?
Well,
for people?
I reckon I'm thinking I'm just going to start.
Oh, it's like it's
start from zero. And
yeah.
just
So it's like
create a new account. I mean, we're 2 months into the new financial year. So if we start an account now, or if I start a bank account now and just start from zero, and then just start.
Yeah, it's like it's not your savings. It's your
it's separate. It'd just be
business.
Separate. It'd be a business, or it's a business account. And it's just basically, it's just going to be a progression. We're just going to watch it.
You might be able to link a spreadsheet, maybe. I'm pretty sure you could be able to do that, but you still have to input into the spreadsheet for something like that.
We
can make it work, man. Okay. On the Road to Making Bank website, which might be out sometime in the future if anyone listens to us.
All right. Well, I'll look into that. I'm looking at getting a new accountant. So, like I think I said last time on the last podcast that we'd spoken to some guys at a business conference that I went to in Sydney, and they were they were happy to work with me. So
they were accountants?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. Yeah, I think it's really important to get a good accountant. I did a bit of searching, but I think I sent 2 emails out to accountants for this financial year, or the last one, sorry. And they didn't reply to me. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just stay with H&R Block. And they actually, they pulled through with the goods. The service was great. So shout out to, what's his name? I can't remember now. Maybe Raul from H&R Block Windsor in Victoria. Paran. Ended up going with H&R Block. So they do the job, but I'm sure if you get a really good one, like they will, you know, get everything they can for you in more ways than like a franchise accountant might, I'd say. All right,
Just
bro.
want to keep an eye on.
Yeah. Are you have you done your tax for this year?
No.
Yeah.
That's what I just finished.
Oh, so you
sorting out the GST. And I'll let the accountants sort out tax.
It'd be a lot better if we didn't pay income tax, hey, Luca?
Well,
it's happened before, you know. That's how the USA became good. There was no income tax.
Well, there's still places in the world where you can not pay income tax. One of the guys that I work with, he just came back from overseas. Said he went to Switzerland. Apparently it's $30 for a pint over there.
$30 Australian?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's
so
disgusting.
I guess the upside of not paying tax is that you get to have a bit more money. The downside is things are pretty expensive if you don't live there.
Yeah, right. Do you think that's the reason for...
Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I guess it's probably the business capital of the world, or one of. So I think you'd have a lot of people going over there for business trips down in Switzerland.
I wonder what their tax rate is. It's not... It wouldn't be 0%.
It's not 0?
It might be like 10 or... I don't know. But we can check that. But yeah, I don't know, man. It could be just a currency play. More demand for the Swiss franc than the Australian dollar. I think it's kind of a multivariate analysis needs to take place there, but
11.5.
but if you look at Dubai, which is a zero income tax, I think that exchange rate is better. So that's a
here we go. Swiss tax usually amount to around 15 to 35% of your salary. Okay, so I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
what he was talking 15, about then.
That's not too bad. So, yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's lots of factors can come into why it costs $30 Australian to buy a beer there. But yeah, cool, man. Let's move on. Are there any new skill sets you wish to learn relating to life or business?
Sales. I think I'm going to keep saying sales until I learn sales.
We covered that. We covered that in the first section. Now you have an avenue to reach out that you know that it's been tried and tested if you wish to. People will be receptive to, businesses will be receptive to commission-based sales offer. So, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's lots of skills that I want to learn.
What's next on the list? Sales. I think once you do your Hormozi course, you probably want to do the Hormozi courses first, wouldn't you? Before trying to get land a sales gig, yeah. Well, I don't know, might be better, but probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely want to learn sales, learn some practical skills. Would love to spend a year in the US or something, doing some survival skills, survival training.
Nice.
Maybe there's maybe a free TAFE course if it's possible. Learning Auslan, that'd be a good one. That's on my list.
Auslan? What's that?
Like sign language.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, right.
I think learning sign language would be very valuable. It'd be great to connect with people that can't hear me.
That's it. I mean, you could be a translator as well. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, this podcast certainly wouldn't be any help to them.
Unless we started filming it and you could just sign out what you're saying.
Exactly. There's an entire audience out there that that we're missing out on simply by. I mean, I guess even if we had a video, you would need to have subtitles. So
I think there's maybe I've seen a few deaf people in Thailand more than I'd say in Australia. So
you reckon it's more common?
I don't know. Maybe I've just seen it more. But yeah. Anyway,
are you sure that they are deaf?
I saw I saw a school for the deaf, I think. That's what I'm more thinking. I haven't seen
they're not Spanish and Italian people where they're just super animated and they're just using a lot of body language to have conversations.
Could be, man. Could be both. Yeah, cool, man. So sales and sign language, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can incorporate that somehow.
I think how to optimize learning. How to what is it? Speed read. I don't know if that's what it's called. But
you mean Braille?
Ooh,
or no?
Braille.
Yeah, you learn to read Braille.
Could be helpful. I mean, it's all helpful when you need it. If it's, you know, I don't know if I necessarily need it at the moment, but
I don't think I've ever needed Braille. Usually they put like a sign that's written next to Braille. Yeah, and it would definitely help if you're oh wait, no, Braille's for blind people.
Yeah.
I'm getting mixed up. Sorry.
But I mean, I've thought about writing a book in Braille.
Yeah.
Just, I guess if you just, you needed to send like a classified document and you only wanted one person to be able to read it or something, you could send it to like a blind person or something and get them to read it.
Yeah. So only blind people can interpret your top secret information.
Yeah, like something, I don't know. Like maybe I don't know, like a gender reveal thing, and only you just get a blind person to read it out to everyone.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting. Cool. For myself, skill sets, man, there's so much shit I want to learn. But for business wise, it's going to be just marketing skills, social media management, possibly copywriting, cold email. So I'm going to get onto that. Do you have any tools or services you wish to recommend or talk about?
Tools or services? I think Pro Tools came out with a free app. Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah, well, it's like a free version of their software, which they've never had before. Yeah, so yeah, it's cool. Did you are you using it now, or you've downloaded it though? Hey,
I've downloaded it. Still using GarageBand today.
Yeah, but fire it up, man. Next week I'll tell you how to set it up and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it should be pretty interesting. I think they've got the video that goes along with it. Looks like it's...
Yep.
I mean, yeah, it says here, fast start videos, series to learn step by step how to create a song.
Tutorials,
By the end, you'll know how to program a drum groove, create with MIDI, record guitars, arrange your song, record vocals, mix your track. Which I guess is all you really need to know for doing a podcast.
Man, yeah, for sure. And like Pro Tools, yeah, they've upped their game with this because, you know, these tutorials and stuff, it's very the digital age. So they've come around, and yeah, it should be helpful, very helpful for people wanting to record and music and podcasts. Yeah, so yeah, I've used Pro Tools for years, recording bands back in the day, and yeah, I actually didn't know they had this free version for a while, and it's very powerful, man, what they're offering for free. So props to them. I think you can do 8 channels on the free one. So unless you're recording bigger bands or whatever, it's a powerful free resource. So absolutely recommend it if anyone needs some a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation. Props to Avid and Pro Tools.
But yeah, apart from that, I think that's that would be what I'd mention for this week.
Yeah, I'd probably just say instantly at the moment. There's probably a bit more that I haven't written down, but yeah, seems to be a cool email management platform for cold email, super user friendly. So I'll plug them. As I said before, feels similar to Buzzsprout. Just, you know, these days you need for like a software as a service sort of company. It just needs to be like easy to use. So, and it definitely is. So props to Instantly. Yeah, I haven't done a campaign yet, but for the reviews and what, you know, the videos I've seen, it looks the goods. So if anyone's looking to do cold email instantly. What is your current assessment of the financial markets and any macroeconomic, cultural or political factors that influence our lives?
I guess here in Australia at the moment it's the referendum. It's a big fuss.
Yeah.
But I actually have no idea when the vote is going to happen. But yeah, that's probably the thing that everyone's waiting for at the moment down here.
What's the talk on the streets? Is there a bit of chatter? Is it because I'm switched off pretty much to the few channels that I follow. I've heard a bit about it, but yeah, it's not. But yeah, obviously not boots on the ground there. So yeah, what's the vibes?
There's a lot of posters up around town. A lot of shop windows at the markets. Yeah, people spreading the word. I mean, personally, I don't think they have anything to worry about. I don't think they need to promote the referendum because ultimately I think it's going to occur whether they opt for it or not. I guess I'm probably more on the suspicious side of things, or, you know.
Yeah.
Where I just think I don't really think it's a genuine vote. I think they kind of just decide for you.
Yeah, it's a top-down sort of decision. Yeah, it's not.
But yeah,
Democratic would be
I think from a business
Arguable.
perspective, I think a lot of people, I would say that there's probably a lot of businesses, organizations waiting on the sidelines for this to for this deal to go through. And I think ultimately, I'm not sure exactly, but I get the impression that if Indigenous people become part of the Constitution, then they will probably somehow end up giving up their original laws that govern themselves.
Yeah.
And then once that happens, they probably may not be entitled to the same things that they were, or they might not have, they might give themselves up to be governed by another authority by being a part of the Constitution.
Yeah. I don't know the details of it, to be honest. But,
Yeah, neither do I really. But yeah, I guess we'll see how this affects Australia as a whole.
Yeah, but if
having no idea about anything,
I get the
about
general
politics.
idea of it. What's that? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, having no idea about politics, it's more of just for me, it's just wait and see. I'll find out. Someone will tell me.
But it will affect things, you know. I think in WA, Aboriginal heritage laws or something, like they passed something where they, I guess, like they had to be approved by an Aboriginal council or whatever, and I think it was just a shitstorm, and then they reversed the decision. Like, oh man, it's yeah. So they've put all this effort into doing something, and they reverse it, and then yeah, man, I really don't want to vote. I'm done with the system in Australia.
Oh, just pay the fine.
I want nothing to do with it. Yeah. Is it compulsory, this vote?
Well, I think they all are. I've received a couple of fines. I've received a couple. I don't know, actually.
Well, it's not an election, so maybe it's not.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no, wait. I didn't vote on the marriage law one, I think. So, yeah, I don't know, but I'm done anyway. So, yeah, but it'll be interesting to see what happens to the country, as a result. Good or bad, I don't know. Who knows? Well, yeah, there's probabilities, isn't there, to see some bad stuff happen.
Yeah, we'll see.
But, yeah.
How are you going with your how are the markets going? Did you win your options trade?
Oh, no, it didn't go through.
Oh.
So, no one's, it didn't catch a bid. I thought it was pretty much going to go through instantly, so it didn't work. Yeah. So, no, I have to reassess now. And yeah, basically I don't know, man, it's risky getting in now as well, because there's probably going to be a market crash. So it's almost like I could wait on the sidelines to buy something then, but like, you know, get things a bit cheaper, but you can still make money now. I might need to add a bit more money to my account to make it worth it. But I understand the plays that need to be made, and I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm watching the Monday coaching videos for my Discord group. So, what
do we need to be looking out for when this market crash comes around?
Well, pretty much it is. If there's a big drop, you can pick stuff up on the cheap. It's just a matter of timing, and if the whole institution still exists, which probably will, yeah. So I don't know, it's a bit of a decision where like I could make money off it, but also I don't really, it's sort of like I'd rather hold real money, precious metals, and then some real assets as well. Prefer to than stocks, but money's there to be made, so it's like, yeah, I probably will get into it. But say if you get a good dividend paying cash rich company and it falls, say like a good gold mining company crashes in the initial crash, but then like as gold prices could likely pick up, so will the miners at a fast rate. It's like that's when you buy it, when it drops. Could be, same could be said for different companies. So yeah, you probably just want to go maybe more recession-proof companies, but it's really up in the air at the moment, the market. It's like, yield curves on the yield curve in the bond markets are like inverted in USA, which is the most important one. So it's like, big recession indicator. People don't want close dated sort of bonds, and it's very up in the air at the moment. So I'm reluctant to dive in deep, but yeah, I still want to make some like short-term trades. It's just I might need to fill my account up a little bit so I can get those orders filled instead of not filled. But I think it's still like it could get filled. The order's still up there, but I got to like catch a bid, so someone's got to want to buy it.
Right. Okay, so you put it up there, but no one's actually taking the bait.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But yeah, it's the markets. It's very, very interesting, and I'm keeping a close eye on it. And hopefully, I have protected myself enough for a downturn. And yeah, hopefully you have as well, Luca, and you feel comfortable with it. You've taken steps.
Look, I'm just gonna. I think my
I don't know. You want, yeah.
My perspective is if there's a tsunami, I'm just gonna try and hope that I know how to swim, and hope that that's
get on that sailboat.
Yeah, try and get on a sailboat. Try and stand on the top of the building. Try and be somewhere as high and out of the way as possible. And if I do get swept out, hopefully I've done enough laps in the ocean that I can look after myself.
I like it. Well, you're about skilling up, which is awesome. So I dig it. Which leads me to the next thing I was going to talk about. We're talking about buying things on the cheap. So Argentina they have like a legitimate ANCAP candidate, and ANCAP is short for anarcho-capitalist. And so this guy, Javier Milei, he won like I can't remember what it's called. It's like the pre-polls or something. I've got a website here. Yeah, he won this like primary election, national primary election. I think he got the highest amount of votes. So this has like been a bit of talk in the macro community, how this is really bullish for Argentina as a country now, and possibly you could buy hard assets, real estate in Argentina on the cheap at the moment, because they have I think they have 100% inflation at the moment, consumer price inflation.
Does that mean internationals buying property or locals?
I'm thinking in terms of international, because you're getting that currency arbitrage sort of thing. It'd probably still be tough for locals. Locals are like doing it tough, man. They're like having one meal a day, and fucking people that have full-time jobs having one meal a day.
Yeah, well, I mean, do you want to be buying properties, buying land off people while they're starving? It probably doesn't make they're probably going to start tearing down houses pretty soon.
No, that, I think that's not what I'm getting at, really. It's more like the country could turn around for the better, like really for the better. And by buying a house of someone at prices at the moment, it's not necessarily bad for them. It could be helping them in the short term. It's a voluntary exchange. So no, it's like really good news for the country, because this guy wants to pretty much like reduce the government as close to zero as possible and get rid of all this unnecessary spending, get rid of the central bank, reduce taxes to pretty much nothing. So it's quite big news, because Argentina are just sick of the socialist policy, and it, which is because this wouldn't happen in the West. Like, people love the socialist policy in the West at the moment. So but Argentina, they understand, they're sick of the results of it now, and like running at 100% inflation. So this is like pretty cool news. So it's like, shit, man, maybe I should sell my house and buy something in Argentina, because it could turn into, it once was a really prosperous country, before the destruction of the currency. So like, could be a, an investment opportunity, bullish play, I said, possibly.
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah, I might, and apparently it's just, I haven't been there, but apparently it's just a cool country, just to live in. So yeah, if anyone has any other thoughts on Argentina, but I'm definitely,
to own property in Argentina, a foreigner needs to have a CDI, equivalent to a tax ID number in the United States, Canada, and Europe. Foreigners are only permitted to buy property in this region if they can prove it will benefit the local community.
Yeah, right. Well, I know it can be done. So yeah, I guess hearing that, it can be done. Well, what's the CDI exactly? Is it like just some proof, some document or something?
Tax ID number.
Or maybe it's just
like a TFN.
Just proof from your home country or something, and that it's benefiting the community. Yeah, I don't know how they judge that, but it'd be interesting. Maybe if you're renting it out, providing shelter for someone.
Median price last year, $414K.
Is that in was it Argentinian peso? Or?
I would guess that's probably American.
Is that what the currency
dollars.
is? I'm not actually sure. I think it is.
I'd be guessing that's American.
Yeah, but this guy Javier Milei, he was actually talking about, it might not be good for the long term, but in the short term, dollarizing the place, so using the US dollar for the currency to stabilize, and then they can actually start building on a productive base again. So yeah, I'm very, very interested. How much was that? Have you done the conversion on that, Luca?
414K.
414K to Australian dollars.
Let's see.
You got XE currency converter. I'll look it up. Let's see what we can possibly buy in Argentina. which could gain a lot more freedom in the future. And yeah, are you onto it, Luca?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were doing it.
Sorry,
I got it.
I can do it.
I got it.
414, 1, 2, 3. Argentine peso. I was right. To Australian dollar. Let's see. $414,000 is 1,834 Australian dollars. Is that right?
No, it's 414 American, I would say.
Oh, well, that's fucking expensive. I don't know. I heard it was cheap.
I mean,
Anyway.
that's my guess. But I mean, you've got Argentina. I'm just looking now. Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, Paraguay, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and then you've got Brazil. So Brazil's going to be using the BRICS currency, right? Soon.
If they make one, they might not. They might just use their own currencies, but yeah, it's a possibility. What are we up to? Okay, we're coming up nearly 2 hours. So all right, let's move on. Yeah, I was gonna mention. Apparently, NAB put out a warning. I haven't researched it enough, but apparently they've updated their terms and conditions. So that if someone says something mean online to someone, they can freeze your accounts or something like that. I got to look into it more.
Really?
But it's just more risk in that regard.
Well, I think that was that's been a warning for probably a while now.
Yeah. But I think they've actually reinforced it in their terms and conditions. I know they can shut down anyone they want, but it's I think they've just made it more obvious or something like that. I was going to talk about WorldCoin. Have you heard about WorldCoin?
No.
Luca? So WorldCoin's this thing. So this guy, I think it's Sam Altman or something. I think he started the company that did ChatGPT or whatever. But he's made this this cryptocurrency. I think it's called WorldCoin. But there's these orbs around the world. So these physical orbs, and people scan their eyeballs and and their biometric data is stored with these orbs. And I think the incentive is they get some of this free crypto they just got created out of nothing. So yeah, it's people are giving up their biometric data very easily, and that's the direction, for some free crypto, and that's the kind of direction a lot of things are heading. So it's just something to be aware of. And of course, the issue is, are you going to trust this company to not have that data leaked out? It's you can change passwords and stuff, but if they're going to require eyeball scanning in the future, it's just ripe for stolen data or whatever. So
yeah, I mean, I guess they've got fingerprints. If you've got any sort, to get into America or anything like that, you have to do a fingerprint scan.
Yeah.
If they've got your retinal, I don't know, do a retinal scan, then I guess on like security levels, I don't know. Can they, if you like people have like passwords for, like fingerprint passwords, if they've got the same thing for like retinal passwords, to get into your house in the future, then anyone that's given up those retinal scans, people will just be able to get into their houses by buying that kind of data off the dark web.
Yeah, it's just
or even creating
it's ripe for
because I mean even
scams.
Things like security footage, CCTV, once they start improving that sort of information, how long before they can manipulate AI to make you, like if they wanted to frame you for a crime, they create an AI version of CCTV camera of you walking down the street, pinching something out of a supermarket or, hitting someone over the head. And then if they've got your retinal scan, throw that in the CCTV image, and then that's you. Whether it's not, for all intents and purposes, that's you.
Absolutely, man. It's all the tools are there pretty much these days. It's gnarly. So you could frame someone very easily, hey, with all the voice like the AI voice software, and now you have this company WorldCoin that's got everyone's eyeball scans. It's like, yeah, just got to be wary. Yeah, if you want to go down that path, go for it. But it's interesting.
What happened?
Here we go. World ID is a new privacy first decentralized identity protocol. If you trust them to keep your privacy. It enables seamless sign-in to websites, mobile apps, crypto apps, while proving you're a unique and real person without sharing personal data like names, emails, etc. Here we go. The orb. The first hardware device to support this standard is the Orb, an open iris imaging device developed by TFH. It's mobile and easy to use, designed to operate in untrusted environments. And above all, engineered to protect privacy, even beyond the zero-knowledge cryptography of the base protocol by running its 7 neural networks locally on device. Learn more about the Orb, Luca.
Yeah.
Isn't that,
I mean, it's always
make
been
you want
about,
to sign up?
Well, it's always been about privacy, hasn't it? It's always been about privacy. Like getting a credit card, it was about privacy. Buy things that you want to. Things will be safer. You don't have to carry money around. You've got a card. Then, I mean, people are just going to be able to hack anything at any time. So some people do, hack stuff for full time. It's their job.
What's happening now, isn't it?
And probably what's scarier is some people just do it for fun.
So how much you trust, Jeff from the IT department down at worldcoin.org is something you should think about.
Yeah, I wonder if I'm assuming probably your laptop MacBook camera probably isn't good enough to do a retinal scan. Maybe it is. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's more like that sort of would be like facial recognition. I think this goes a bit deeper. Open iris imaging device. Yeah, so it seems quite different. I know like apartments and shit have facial recognition, and stores are using that facial recognition in their security cameras and shit, but which is probably bad enough, but this is next level. So
so was the internet when it came, so who knows? Maybe we're just the people that are saying no to things too early.
Yeah, who knows, man? This worldcoin could be great, but it seems
is this the introduction to
they're giving you some free stuff.
Universal world income, or?
Yeah, it's actually linked to that. Yeah, they were saying something about distributing universal basic income easier through this. But
okay.
Yeah, so that's like yeah, that was one of their pitches. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Like in the future, you'll be able to get UBI easier if you do this. So yeah, a lot of claims, but it just seems to me they can make money off your data. They can lose your data. They can lose your biometric data, get it stolen. So yeah, something to be aware of. Cool, man. Anything you wanted to add there in the macro section?
Yeah, I guess macro section. I think we covered it for this week. Some pretty interesting ideas. Moving to Argentina might be a possibility.
Yeah, it's on the map. I want to research a bit more.
Definitely wouldn't mind going to visit South America.
Yeah, it's definitely interested me more. Colombia was on my radar for a long time. If you remember me talking about Medellin and all that. But
yes,
it's a bit of a hotspot now for expats and digital nomads. So yeah, the Valley of Eternal Spring, so they say. So cool, man. Should we wrap it up there? What do you want to achieve in the next week?
Let's see, what do we got? Probably no, I won't have the Hormozi book by this week. It'll be the following week. I'm gonna see if I can get this course finished. The
Hormozi
course, yeah.
Nice. I like it. I want to actually, yeah, maybe in the next week I want to actually, well, I'll start one, I think. But yeah, got a lot to do. So, yeah, so for me, I got to get my cold email campaign off the ground. And then, yeah, just continue on my educational path. And, yeah, maybe do that Hormozi course. So, but I've got, websites to do. Yeah, and I'm actually going back to Bangkok, back to Krung Thep on the 6th. And yeah, I'll be a bit out of the city actually, so it's going to be a different experience. But man, I got a bargain. I paid 8,000 baht for this pretty nice hotel, which is probably about 330 Australian for a month.
Oh, nice.
So, very nice. Yeah. It's pretty far from the city, but it's still in Bangkok. It's just,
it's a walk to the city, or it's a bike ride to the city, or
it's like maybe 30-40 minutes on the BTS, but then I got to get to the BTS SkyTrain. So yeah, it's out near the immigration center anyway, so I need to go there soon. So yeah, the area looks okay, but it's not where the action is, should I say. But there is some cool stuff around. There's some cool markets around. There's one called something Owls Market, Owl Market. And there's Chatuchak Market, which is apparently it's the biggest weekend market in the world. So
nice.
Yeah.
Sounds
cool.
cool.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm keen to get back to bangers actually. It's more my type of city. Chiang Mai is cool, but it's a bit like quiet for me. I think if I'm not taking advantage of the nature here, it's like, yeah, it's a cool coffee shop scene here though. Definitely cool. Lots of cool coffee shops. It's kind of known for that here. So yeah, if you're an online worker, definitely a cool Chiang Mai. So cool, man. Any questions for the audience?
Questions for the audience would be, yes, if anyone has any tips about getting a transparent bank account, rolling account without the banking information and just the details and I guess graphs and whatnot, that would be cool. If you
give us a heads up. I'll look into it, man. But yeah, give us a heads up if anyone's
listening, heard anything that we've spoken about that they found interesting. Please leave a comment, make a mention. And if there is anyone who would like a copy of alexhormozi's $100 million leads book, also shoot us a message.
Sounds good. And also we have an Instagram page now, so she might start trying to promote the pod. Yeah, so it's at The Road to Making Bank on Instagram. So I'll be putting up some sound bites, some audiograms, and whatever content we want. Luca, any photos you want to put up?
Yeah, we do need some new photos. I think we've got the same photo for everything.
Yeah,
we need to get some.
I did put that photo of you on a motorbike. So if you want to see Luca on my old motorbike, head to The Road to Making Bank Instagram. But yeah, we have lots of old photos of us doing shit. So yeah, we'll get some more when you come to Thailand.
I like it. Looking forward to it.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. Well, I guess that's another one. That's episode 10.
Episode 10, and we've made it a long one. Our pods are getting longer and longer, man, for better or for worse, but it's all good. We got a lot to talk about. So cool, man. Good pod. Thanks for listening, everyone, for our 10th episode. Hopefully we make it to 20, hey, Luca?
Oh, we certainly will.
All right, have a good one, everyone. Thanks for listening. Take it easy. See you next time.
See ya.